Welcome to the OzCast, brought to you by OzRust. Today we've got Marley Homer, DJ Rusty, Sneaky, Stoker, and a little bit of me.
I've plugged the baby.
Oh, that's not a good. I start recording as you said that. Okay. Whatever.
You gotta leave that in.
Let's plug that baby up.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, Marley, do you want to do the intro?
Welcome to OzCast. Today we got DJ Rusty, Fred, Stoker, Sneaky. It's McPhee and Sky also did. Go on.
Yeah, and Jasper will join us soon. I don't know, McPhee might join later. We'll see.
Fuck, that intro's depressed.
Well, I don't care. You said it.
You
we're
are a
using
very depressing dude when you say that, Marley. What the hell?
Alright, so the first thing we need to establish is... Marley, what is it that you called their clan again?
Mr. Myrtle.
Wow.
I was trying to explain to people in the clan.
Where do you get Mr. Myrtle from that? Like, you literally moved the D and the L around in the spelling.
Fuck knows, man.
Doesn't
Marmalades.
Oh,
To be fair, I don't know how you get marmalade from that as well.
It's just
did you
without
like
the
remove the
vowels.
vowel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
except for the
basically
E at
that
the
moves
end.
vowels.
Yeah, there's
There's
missing.
just no A's.
Yeah.
Wasn't it because marmalade was too
Too
big
long.
to fit into the it's too
8
big to fit
letters.
into the clan
8 letters
tag
is as long as you can have for a clan tag.
thing. Yeah.
Well,
That's what-
why is it marmalade? Why isn't it Mr. Myrtle?
Well,
What the fuck is Mr. Myrtle? Like,
Yeah, I know,
seriously,
but like, then what the fuck is marmalade?
Marmalade. It's a fucking condiment, dude. You spread it on
Oh,
toast.
no, I know what marmalade is, but why is it?
Marmalade is a kind
It's-
of jam.
it's opposed to salt.
Oh.
It's opposed to salt, that's
Well,
what
this...
I
No.
think, isn't it? Oh, okay.
Oh.
So marmalade comes from the fact that my clan, before Stoker and joining Rust and all that, we all started on Guns of Icarus. And because it's a steampunk-esque game, we all went full British, haha, choff choff, and we named one of our ships the SS Marmalade, because haha, we have come to spread you over the ground, you heathens, you know? And, we'd scream obscenities in Old English at them, and it was just good fun.
That actually makes sense.
Sounds like good fun.
That's
And-
probably
and
my favorite
marmalade
origin
just
story.
Duck.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
we had a ship called the Tea and Toast, another one called Jam and Cream, another one called the Yorkshire Pudding, and then we had the Black Pudding as well. It wasn't very
tea
good,
and
Black
crumpets. Come
Pudding. Oh, we did have a tea and crumpets, but it just didn't roll off the tongue like tea and
on.
toast.
Yeah,
Tea and toast just works better.
tea and toast
Mhm.
definitely works.
I'd also like to point out that currently no one is actually in the Marmalade clan. I'm pretty sure it's called Pepper now.
Yeah,
there was a falling out, wasn't there? No, I'm just.
Oh, fuck off. That's what Wolf reckons, anyway. What was there falling out? Oh, you made 2 new clans. We just changed it because Marmalade it wasn't... We couldn't put Marmalade, so Pepper. Fuck it.
If I can leave that in or not. Because
Leave,
About
like,
wolf.
wait.
because
Oh, that's what he
was wrong
said. He
with
was
that?
going on about, like, did you have a falling out? It's like,
all right,
"No, we didn't."
whatever. Okay, cover the part where I ask questions. Okay, go from here. Okay, that's what I always do.
Do you want to clap?
Yeah, you do it. Fred, do this.
You do it. There you go.
I can't.
It's fine. All right. So before you were in Marmalade, you were in FTB, weren't you? With Slinger. Want to tell us about that?
Wait.
Yes.
Oh.
Stoker and I were, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For the
I was
boys.
trying to remember back that far. Yeah.
Oh, calm down. Wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it was only.
Oh. Okay.
It was a year, it was a
Was
year
it?
ago.
Yeah.
Was it longer than that?
No.
Okay, that these says. Anyway, so so I think I found Slinger maybe first. It wasn't my first time on the server. My first time on the server was when Dark Hazard either invited me or he started, or so many years ago was that?
Fred
Look
knew
at that
Dark Hazard.
Hazard.
Dark Hazard's coming back into the conversation.
Yeah, he was in it last
Fucking
time.
Dark Hazard.
Yeah.
That would have been around the conception of OzRust then.
OzRust.
Before he was admin or whatever. That's around the time I joined. So whenever that was. But anyway, the real first time I joined, or the real second time I joined was when I found the FTP and Slinger whole business. And it was good fun for a while. We were rolling deep,
right.
and then got a few people found Sneaky. Did you come over with Sweet Pea, or was it just
Yes.
you?
No, it was
Yes.
Sweet Pea and I. We both
Because it was
joined.
you and Sweet Pea. You guys joined us. When me, Jasper, and Miller and all that, we were all in a clan together. Yeah.
We were doing slaving for you guys for a bit to prove that we were worthy to join your clan because we thought
That's
we
right.
might as well do it.
I've
Slinger had
never
that whole
done
god
slaving.
complex for a while. Yeah. That was
What
just
did you say,
weird.
Fred?
I've
Fred?
never done slaving in Rust.
Really?
It's fun. You should give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's
Quite
fun.
therapeutic because you can really mess with people when you're slaving, and they literally can't do anything. They're at the mercy of you almost. It's quite funny actually.
Especially when they start to really rely on you for resources and they stop resourcing, and then you just be like, cut it off. They're fucking like, oh, what's going on? What? How many
Yeah, you get them into a
what's-
serious funk.
Yeah.
So, Sneaky, how did you end up joining FTB?
Well, I already told you. Well, essentially, I was running around and we ran into Slinger and a fella by the name of Arctic Wolf at the time.
Oh, I remember
He was
him.
part of FTB at the time too.
Yeah.
And they were doing you remember when you guys were doing first started doing the raidable
Yeah,
PvP
raidable
bases?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was around there. We ran into them and we helped them raid into a base, and then we stuck around for a bit, and then they were like, well, Stoker in particular was like, oh, I need 200,000 wood, so I went out and cut down a forest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then Slinger was like, all right, you guys can join, you know. And Sweet Pea went out and harvested like 300,000 friggin' sulfur and metal ore and shit, and
Oh, yeah.
you know,
That was
we
funny.
we proved our worth in a couple of days.
I remember when I joined, Slinger kept asking me to like make a separate FTB clan because he wanted. There was still a clan limit back then, and he wanted to be like a bigger clan. But I said no, I go solo. I'm in the Chairs clan.
Yeah, the mighty chairs.
Exactly. And actually, back then there were other people in the Chairs clan other than me, so I wasn't exactly solo.
Yeah,
Wait, who else was in your clan?
Nightmare was in there for a bit.
No, Nightmare wasn't in my clan.
Nightmare was you and Sneaky. Nightmare was you and Sweet Pea. That's
Yeah,
how.
but then I thought he went and joined Rusty as well.
No, he didn't join me. The people in my clan were Ferret. Remember Ferret in a can?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, and someone else called King Kong. I don't know if you remember him. He was there when I first joined, but he didn't play after that really. How does being in a clan benefit you on a PvE server?
Stoker, you want to start that one?
Well, I think when I first started, it was more of like a duo trio thing for me, and like in general, Rust for me has always been a group activity. I don't think I'd probably nearly have spent as much hours as I have, close to coming up to 2.5 played. 2,500. If I hadn't been playing with other people, so I don't know. I think more of a it's more of a social aspect than anything for PvE, especially because obviously people are obviously going to laugh and say, "Oh, PvE, that's super easy. Why would you need clan mates? You don't need protection or anything." But
Yeah, exactly.
it's more of the social things, and weird things happen when
more-
you're playing
it's-
with other people, and it's fun.
Yeah, it's more interesting. You can run around and do the incredibly dumb shit that we normally get up
Yeah.
to, like crashing cars through people's bases and, you know, blowing up in the helicopter now and taking out your friends.
yeah.
You know, that's always good fun.
Yeah. I think one of the benefits also is just like the amount of resources you can get in a clan other than being solo. Like if all you want to do is just build stuff, then that's a huge advantage.
Well, for a
think,
while there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a while there, Stoker, myself, and Jasper were taking in turns to build the clan bases.
Yeah, I
every
remember
night.
that.
And it would just be one of us would build, everyone else resource. And then we would just build some monstrosity that would never get raided.
Yeah, no matter how
No,
hard
no,
we try
fuck
to.
No matter how hard we made it look inviting, no one would fucking touch them.
I think we were toying with the idea of making it stone at one point, just so people would try to raid us. like keeping
should do
still the
that.
size, but making it entirely made out of stone, so people were thinking, oh,
You should
Maybe I
actually
can
try
get
that.
in there.
That would be interesting, but make sure it's within the size limit.
yeah, wasn't Babylon stone for page? One page?
No.
No, that
Babylon
was high qual. Yeah.
Babylon was high qual.
Do you have a picture of that, Sneaky?
Oh, I wish I did. I wish I had my recording equipment then.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have taken
I think
a
I've
photo.
got one picture of one of my old massive bases, like right before Slash Up. It was taken out, but
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, McPhee, if you're listening to this, bring back Slash Up. Hashtag bring it back.
It's not gonna happen.
Wait, why did we remove it?
What?
Why was it removed?
Because it caused
Much like-
lag.
Because
Well,
when
oh,
people
yeah,
like
true.
us would build massive bases that were about as big as a normal grid square, and then
Yeah.
Slash Up it, the fucking server would go, and lag.
We
Well,
all
then-
like to think it wasn't our fault, but it was definitely our fault. So
Well, it was definitely partly. So you've sort of already answered this, but how does being in a clan on PvE compare to being on PvP? I mean, outside of the obvious.
That's pretty easy. I mean, PvP, you need the numbers to try and counter other Zergs, or really good players, or hackers, one of the two.
So me.
Yes,
Yeah.
Fred, you.
Yeah.
But no, on a PvE, I reckon, like Stoker said, it's just the social interaction. I mean, we've got friends. Like, I mean, you think about the fact that we're only a clan of 5. The Pepper clan is only a clan of 5.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We've then got the THOs, the Haunted Ones. That's a clan of 5. They're all our friends.
Oh,
We've got
that's
the
what it
Greed
stands
clan.
for.
Yeah, and then you got the Greed clan. That's another 2 people.
Yeah.
And
So
then
I
you've got-
guess
you know,
on
we've got like 15, 18 odd people on this server that are all friends with us, and we all run around and have fun together.
yeah. So I guess clans are on PvE are like limited to just who you're in a base with. It's not really
Yeah.
just who you play with.
Yeah,
yeah, I
exactly.
guess who you resource farm with and who you share loot with, like on the constant.
Yeah, and
So-
PvP, I think, is when clans are involved. Those are the only people that you really play with.
Yeah, they're the only people you talk
Yeah,
to, interact
talk
with, or
to,
even
yeah.
look at.
That's that's a realization I never actually had. That's a good point.
So
I mean, you
that-
think about it. That footage you had in one of the OzRust trailers of
Yeah.
the PV, that old footage. I mean, there were
Yeah, that's right.
19 of us running around that purge day together.
Yeah, I
19
remember that.
people.
I was even part of that.
wasn't that your
19.
last base build or something?
It was
No,
one of them.
Yeah, that was my last base build.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there were
Oh, no,
19 with us,
DJs.
Molly.
DJs are interesting.
Far out.
That was the one after Babylon. I was gonna be fucked building.
That
the
was
bases
the wife that it was lagging a lot.
Oh, that was.
I've had 19 people on PvP before though.
Jeez, really?
Yeah.
What were you
Yeah,
doing?
but these were like 19 randoms, Fred.
No, yeah. We were like 3 different clans that teamed together due to being based next to each
Oh, fair enough.
other server. Oh, no, it was Upsurge.
I remember
Okay.
setting up something similar on a vanilla server to fight the Koreans back when they were a massive problem. Probably still are.
Yeah, well,
Haven't played in
we
a while.
were completely unorganized and got absolutely raped.
That's about right.
Something similar went our way as well.
Oh, the round eyes! They are mass ahead of us. Kill them! Activate the hacks.
We've spoken about the allies and clans. Tell us about any rivals that you've had over your time.
Well,
I think we
we've
all
had
know
a few.
who the obvious ones are.
Well, there's the very obvious ones. I mean, there's the Reaper clan,
Yeah, Spartan, LD.
Did someone say
Yeah.
Spartan?
Yeah.
Spartan, Caveman Jake.
Initially- Yeah, Caveman Jake. I
He was a
remember
wanker, that guy.
Want to tell us about them?
Stoker?
that. So yeah.
Molly,
I think the
even not
first
Fred.
rival on the server was actually my first clan leader, so Slinger. But it
Oh,
was more
really?
of like a, yeah, it was more of like a quiet rival because because Jasper and I kind of left him because he was getting really toxic, and we joined Sneaky and Sweet Pea for the longest time. That's when Marmalade was
Actually, no. It's a bit more in depth than that, Stoker. I mean, he wanted to split the FTB in half and have a rivalry to see who could collect the most resources for a wipe. I said,
right,
okay,
yeah.
whoever wants to join me, I'll make a clan. You,
And then everyone wanted to leave him.
everyone except Jasper left him and joined me.
Really?
Yeah.
And then the next
Nice.
day, he kicked Jasper.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember that.
That makes sense, I guess.
As thus, Marmalade was born.
Born from the flames. But yeah, I guess our biggest rival probably Spartan.
Yeah.
Deathstrike.
So tell us about them.
Well,
That was
they're
more of
toxic
like
as fuck.
yeah, physical and mental warfare, dude. Like
They were next level weird.
I mean,
Like they made vanilla servers feel tame when it came to the amount of salt that came out of them.
yeah,
Like holy crap,
yeah.
they were kind of a rival to the whole server.
they were. They're just everything. Everything was an insult against them. Like if you fired a shot or stole a fucking heli or something like that, and it's just like,
It's like you were
"No,
personally
you're
attacking them. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to like
chill."
remember when we were calling in helis and they accused us of trying to kill them with them, even though we didn't know they were anywhere near us?
Yeah, no, we didn't attempt to. We did. Bloody Lady Deathstrike got cut down while she was out harvesting.
Yeah, but we didn't do it with that intention.
No, we're just calling in helis. Yeah.
That's like the time I got accused of admin abuse when I didn't have admin power.
Oh yeah, I did that also. I got yeah.
Jasper's had that.
Remember when we
Before
were
he was even a
raiding?
helper.
We were raiding Spartan that time, and I was helper, and I was apparently admin abusing. Don't know how, but
Oh, that's when you and I raided
Yeah.
their base on the coast.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything near that level of. Like, I called in an airdrop from voting, and I killed somebody that came to get it. And apparently that led to me being an admin abuser.
Really?
Wow.
What? What?
That's so dumb.
How does that
That's
work? How do they even
stupidity.
think that?
My brain hurts a
Because
little bit.
because I was chat mod. Well, no, I didn't even have the chat mod title. I had just been helping McPhee with server files at that stage,
Mhm.
so I didn't even have an official rank.
well, that kind of shows, you know. Marley, did you really have any experiences with them?
I think.
Oh, there's McPhee.
Hey.
Hey.
We're gonna get McPhee's.
Better late than never.
Back in town.
Okay.
we were just talking about the various.
No, don't say yet. Hold on.
I've had a rum. Look out. All right, just look out.
Oh fuck.
We're in trouble.
Don't
Oh,
go
now we
buy.
can ask for whatever we want. Right, I want slash up.
Oh
right.
god.
I want the ability to spawn in minicopters whenever I want, please.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sweet. I can do that.
McPhee, you're a bit
Yeet.
muffled. Your mic is muffled
Yeah,
a
because he's
bit.
drunk.
No, because I'm walking.
No, because you're off your face already.
I had one rum.
Nah.
Yeah, that's it. You're written
I don't-
off,
I
mate.
don't
That's
believe
it.
You shit faced, Ron.
Pissed on
One
one.
bottle of rum. Damn, dude. Shit. I didn't even go that hard.
They were trying to give me wine in there as well, but I got to drive, so.
Sorry, you took a bottle.
McPhee,
So you just
do you
took
want
about
to?
Yeah.
You want to talk about
What?
your experiences with Spartan? This is what he joined in on.
Did we get him to join the show today, or?
Spartan.
He's
Yeah.
coming on later. He's coming on
I
later.
wish.
Okay.
I wish we could.
We could
Oh,
get
I
him on
so
here.
fucking hope so. I've never actually
could
heard him
say-
speak.
I have.
He sounds like
So,
an
like-
idiot.
I haven't. Does he sound real bogan?
Yeah, he's a hell bogan cunt.
Yeah, mate, here you going, fucking cunts and shit.
Yeah, he's the worst.
I think the
I'd
biggest
imagine
theory
LP
was.
would be the same.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, she sounds rather educated.
Oh shit.
Really?
Yeah,
When she's not drunk, of course.
yeah, but like she sounds normal because I've heard her speak. She sounds normal.
Yeah, me too.
Is that such a rare thing?
Yeah.
So have you got
I
any
just
other?
watched Cowboys. I just watched Cowboys running around on horses. And
So
No,
you
I'm
were at a
serious.
rodeo.
Yeah, Sneaky.
I'm at a rodeo right now. Right now, I'm at a rodeo.
Wait,
I was not
You
allowed to
can
use
drive a rodeo,
do you actually
but you
pronounce it
can
like
go
that?
to a rodeo.
McPhee, do you
I
actually
don't know what
pronounce
the
it like
fuck
that?
it is. No, that's the car. The rodeo is the car. The rodeo is where the horses run around. And shit.
Hey. So wait, you were actually
Then again-
watching Cowboys drive rodeos?
Well, they did have one rodeo. They did have one rodeo.
They had
And
an
a lot of
actual rodeo.
Commodores.
They did. They had a helicopter. They had a fucking helicopter
Really?
came out and flew in. And it's in a building, man. It's in a building, and it had a helicopter. I'm sitting there going, if one of those fucking things hits the roof, we're all dead. And then I realized it was hanging. It was like hanging on a metal pole, so it wasn't actually hitting anything.
So have you got any other? What?
Yeah, so I went to this rodeo, yeah, and so
Yeah.
it's dinner and drinks and rodeo, and to be honest, it was very boring. Like it was basically like, at first it was cool when the horses came out because it's like, oh, cool horses, and then after about 5 minutes it was like, yeah, they're just running around and yelling shit now. And then my dinner came out. They brought all the dinner out, so I ate that.
Was it
And then once I finished, it was actually. You could have steak or chicken, and I chose the steak. And I said medium well, and they bring out fucking well done. Not happy. But anyway, I ate that.
The
Well,
travesty.
Good, man.
Did you send it back,
Oh,
McPhee?
wow, do you know who I am? Do you know what I represent?
Yeah.
How
Have
fucking
you ever
dare
heard
you
of the
guys?
Institute of OzRust? Fuck you guys.
And then I bailed. As soon as I finished eating, I bailed, and I just walked out pretending I was going to the toilet, but then I slipped out the door.
Oh, sneaky.
So you bailed on your mates.
It's not my
Was it
mate.
like a first date or something? Or?
Yeah,
It's a good
Shit
way to get
house.
out of a first date. It's not going very well.
Oh wow, really? It was a first date. You went to a.
No, he didn't actually.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
he was eyeing up the horses.
I'm actually with a group of Africans. It's a tour group.
He wanted some lasagna.
They didn't have lasagna, all right?
Nah, the horses.
Oh,
Anyway, as I was saying before McPhee joined, are you done, McPhee?
yeah.
Okay. So, do you have any other did you have any other rival plans?
Any other rival
Um,
clans?
Clans.
Well,
Every clan that ever joined was their rival clan.
That's actually
Whoa.
true, isn't it?
Hostility.
Not too far from the truth there, McPhee. Actually, anyone that
Probably
joins
not, to be
and
honest.
seriously makes a clan that hasn't already become friends with us is automatically our enemy.
Against us.
Apparently.
Yeah.
What
No, no,
about?
Because
Doesn't
every
feel
time
like
you
that.
go to talk to them, they're
Makes
like,
me
"Oh,
depressed."
fucking marmalade! They're taking all the hellies. Oh, marmalade!
Yeah.
There's too many of them.
Honestly, I would hate you as well if I played on the server. I would hate you just as much as the others.
Oh, fair
Isn't
enough.
that the
think-
point of having clans?
I think people
instantly
just
hating
fear a little
everyone
bit of
else?
organization. As soon as there's in the slightest bit of organization, people just go, "Oh, holy fuck, they must be our enemy." Like,
Yeah.
Well, whenever it comes to purge, we fucking we tend to stomp on people a
Decimate
little
them.
bit.
Stomp out the competition.
Yeah.
What about as of
Not all
recent?
that
Like Wolf, is he your rival?
Oh, the dude has
Is
said
that
some
Wolf,
smack
eh?
about Sweet Pea, which I didn't really like,
Wow.
especially
Yeah.
considering what's been going on. Also, McPhee, I am now a daddy again. I have a little baby in my arms.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, she's
A
2
daddy
weeks old.
again.
Yeah, I've already got 2 sons.
That
Oh,
doesn't
true.
mean again.
No.
You still were.
Yeah, no, he gave that up. He gave them away. Take him. Have
Get
another one soon. I don't want these two anymore.
one another one.
just try again, mate. Just clear the whiteboard, start again.
Yeah. I got a girl this time. Can't fuck this one up. Those boys, they're mess for
You got to
life.
get this
Yeah.
one right. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're already ruined. You start fresh with this one.
Yep. Easy done. Easy done.
Yeah.
McPhee, just wait until you listen to the podcast. He started it with saying the weirdest thing.
What was that?
Oh my god.
You'll hear it later, unless he wants to repeat it now.
I said, there we go. I've plugged the baby because I gave her her dummy.
Yeah, that's
You
So
plugged the
everyone's
baby.
gone, oh, you've plugged the baby. Ah! It's a pedophile. Ah!
Yeah, see, I would have thought plugging the baby is putting a cork in its ass so it stops shitting every 5 minutes.
That's what I thought.
Well, that's kind of what nappies are for, man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you got to change. You put the cork up there, it just doesn't come out at all.
jeez, McPhee.
Sweet.
I hope you never become a dad. Christ.
No, the same. For the safety of
McPhee
children,
with the
I
dad
hope-
strats.
I hope I don't. What did you just say, Fred? I could hear that voice.
He said
I
with
think
the
What's
dad
Fred
strats.
doing here anyway?
He's a co-host.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, I told him that if he wants to join, he can. And he did.
I was joking.
Okay.
Fred can.
Oh, Fred, you're
See
not
yous.
wanted, apparently. Jesus.
Better leave then.
Yeah.
No,
You don't like
Oh
those
no, Fred, come back!
McPhee, you fucking
One,
bully.
2, 3, 4.
There he is.
you think,
Hey.
G'day, I'm Fred One.
Fred?
I'm
You know
from
you can just join
Oh.
straight in.
I know. I deliberately joined the one below.
Okay.
And I heard that was me. I fucking
What?
heard.
What?
You heard his
Putting
feelings.
shit on Newcastle.
You heard his feelings.
What's wrong with
They're like-
Newcastle?
It wants to be Sydney, but it's not.
Oh,
I probably don't want to be Sid.
Silverchair's from there, and you don't even know who Silverchair is.
Silverchair.
Who the hell's that?
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah,
know
but
who
Rusty,
that is.
you're a fair bit younger.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So is
But
Marley.
still,
I'm young.
it's still famous.
Yeah, Fred's younger
Come
than
on.
me.
I'm younger than Rusty.
What's that famous song they did? Pure Massacre. That was a famous song.
what genre do they play?
Oh, it was like
Even
grunge,
Marley doesn't know.
metal grunge.
How the fuck would I know? I'm 16.
Exactly.
oh my
Yeah,
god, I feel
16-year-olds should listen to metal
Holy
grunge. They
shit.
listen to like mumble rap now.
Oh, fuck off. Mumble rap.
Do you want me to do a mumble rap?
Oh
Go
no.
on.
Okay.
Do it.
Let's see. Let's see.
I won't even do it. I won't even do it because I hate it so much.
This is how much we
Oh.
go off topic, by the way.
Killing it, bro.
Yeah. But it's actually
So
good.
what's next on the agenda, DJ Rusty?
The next on the agenda is, you sort of already
I like
answered
the
this,
cigar.
but how exactly did you find OzRust? I think Stoker and then Sneaky.
Well, I created it. And so
Okay.
it's-
Not you, dipstick.
oh, okay. Sorry.
Honestly, I can't remember.
Wasn't it something to do
I
with
think
Dark
I
Hazard?
was
Who
saying-
you are?
yeah.
Stoker. I knew Stoker before OzRust.
Really?
Oh, you knew Stoker before it was fucking cool to know him, mate. You're so underground, McPhee.
No,
So
I'm
underground.
pretty sure
Yeah, I
you
knew
played on Unix,
Dave
didn't you,
before.
Stoker?
McPhee.
Didn't we? Yeah, weren't we versing each other in clan or in a clan or?
Oh, so he's your rival.
Stoker, did Stoker play on Unix, Fred?
I
I
don't know.
did play on Unix. With,
You did. Yeah, see, I did know you before.
McPhee,
OzRust.
why did you ask Fred if Stoker plays when you could have just
Yeah,
asked
but
Stoker?
Stoker is here.
Because I wanted to see if Fred remembered.
I don't remember anything about Unique other than the fact that I 1v3 counter-rated you.
Yeah, we don't have to hear about that one again, alright? That was last. They all know about that little 1v3, whatever, where I
Yeah, well,
won.
it never
or
gets old
something,
telling it.
And I can't even remember what happened now.
but yeah, no, it could have been Unix. I'm pretty sure, but
Yeah.
no, I think I met Dark Hazard maybe in the server or outside of the server.
Well, Dark
Did
Hazard
you,
was.
did you
in
invite
Unix
me
as well.
to come play or wasn't I teamed up with
No.
him in Unix? Oh, I can't remember.
Fuck, you're the one telling the story, dude.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
this was years ago. How the fuck are we supposed to remember this?
Wait,
Only like
Stoker.
Exactly.
Stoker,
That's what I'm
did
saying,
you?
dude. It goes a long time. People
I
are saying
was
1 year.
saying-
I'm saying
you
like
like-
3 years.
Stoker, did you join before PvE?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
way before PvE.
Okay.
Mm.
I remember.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
original-
sure I joined when the servers were just one server.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah,
That's right. Because when I
Just have
changed to
one server.
PvE, Stoker joined it, and I messaged him like 4 times, and I'm like, it's PvE, right? It's not PvP. It's PvE. You've come from a PvP server. I'm just making sure. And you're like, yeah, we're cool. And I'm like, oh, he's going to figure it out in a minute. yeah. I guess
I'm
you
still
wanted to
giving
play
it a
it.
shot. I guess I've never left because I'm still here.
Yeah.
So.
A couple of years later.
Or probably pure 1,000 hours later, minimum at least.
You reckon,
Uh,
you reckon I should,
except for the
you reckon
roll
I
back.
should- you reckon I should walk over to that gaggle of taxi drivers over there and ask them what they think of OzCast?
You're already
Yeah,
going
go
to
on.
do it.
Get
so
one of them on.
Do it.
Get
Do
one
it.
of them on.
Me, Marley, and McPhee were talking earlier, and McPhee was just walking around talking to random people he was walking past. Like, he asked someone if a shark was attacking or chasing them on the beach.
They loved that. They
I don't
loved
know
that.
why.
They loved it though, didn't they?
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
They laugh.
anyway, Sneaky.
Did you
So,
record
Crunch
reaction?
recording.
huh? No, I didn't.
Oh.
Sneaky, how did you find the server?
I was literally just trawling through servers trying to find one that wasn't going to be pure salt derived.
So were
Picked the
you?
wrong
And then I
one.
found a PvE and I was like, oh, this looks interesting, and stuck around for a
And then
Nice.
Spartan joined.
Yay!
I wonder where they play now.
I
I don't
Banned
care.
Every server that's ever created.
I feel sorry for whoever has to deal with them.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure Sally found them on a server once.
yeah, he did.
I have seen them join a server, and I messaged the owner of that server and told him all about him. I don't
Did
know
you
what
really?
happened. Yeah. Because I checked on Battlemetrics when you pasted it to me that time, and then I looked at it and went,
Yeah.
oh, that guy's in the Rust channel. So I messaged him and I said, you got Spartan and LD on your server? And he's like, yeah, I think so. And then I just copied and pasted a whole bunch of shit, and he was like, holy fuck, one thing and they're gone.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
Just blacklist for all fucking server owners.
I remember you used to do that, McPhee, because the
I used to have
admin panel tells you how many people have bans, and you just ban people on 7 servers. So whenever they
all
join your
7
server, they
servers.
just get instantly.
If they personally attacked me and I was angry at them and I didn't like them, I would go into log in Rust admin to every single server I had, and there was about 7 or 8 at the time, and I'd just knock a ban on them for every single server. So when they join other servers, they go, holy fuck, this guy's been banned from 7 servers.
Oh my god. That's funny.
So, haven't done that in a long time.
So Stoker and Sneaky, what are your favorite experiences so far of the server?
Oh, I reckon probably the fact that just some half decent admins and moderators and whatnot.
thank you.
I don't think he's talking about me.
I think he's talking about Skyos.
Yeah, Scotty.
Everyone
I
loves
can totally agree with Sneaky on that one. No.
I reckon it's been pretty nice.
earlier.
I reckon it's been pretty nice. The fact that the servers, it's not a shit server. There isn't a shit admin running it. You've actually got some half decent people with brains in their heads some days.
Take that, Molly.
But it's more the fact that like it's half the servers that Sweet Pea and I used to join with our clan. We would get on, and the admin would just be an admin abusing asshole.
Yeah.
Like spawn in fucking helicopters, fly around, and blow up everyone's bases for shits and giggles. And then
Yeah, McPhee got
you know, it was like that was pretty
He
shit.
has.
And
McPhee has done that.
Then of course you
I
get
have
onto
done
other
that with
servers. You'd get onto other servers, and the admins wouldn't care if someone was hacking or if someone was being really abusive and toxic. They'd just be like, yeah, whatever,
Yeah.
I don't care, fuck off.
Well, that's the problem with the modded and the community servers is they've all got owners, and you don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go on the official servers, it's going to be someone that's probably not even going to have an admin on the server ever.
Yeah.
So,
Which is fine. For a vanilla, if I go into a vanilla, I know what I'm getting into. This is going to be Rust at its most pure and raw. Shit is going to be said, tears are going to be done, and, you know, you either get tough or fuck off. But OzRust has been nice. I mean, even your PvP server that you had for a while there was quite fun. It wasn't toxic. It was, you know, you'd get into a fight with someone, and more often than not, people were like, yeah, sure, come back, get your shit.
yeah.
Never with me.
I was
I'd
talking to
always
one
say
of
thanks for
the
your gear.
I was talking to one of the Face Punch devs, and they were saying they don't monitor the chats at all on the official.
Really?
And I said, that's not good. And they said, oh, it's just too hard to monitor them. And I said, well, get people to monitor them. I said, it makes the game look shit because people come in for the first time. They've never played Rust before. They join an official server and everyone in there is being salty and shit and just being childish and dropping
Being
the
dicks.
N-bomb and all that sort of stuff. And they just don't police it at all. I'm thinking, well, it just makes the game look bad.
Yeah, people
Overall.
just-
Imagine if they did police it though. Like, what would the punishments be handing out? You'd be dishing them out left and right.
I can just throw out mutes, I guess.
Yeah, mutes would
be
be fine.
Yeah, but they'd be constantly muting people.
Yeah, well.
McPhee
Well, that's
does
what
it on
happens.
Next
regular.
I think that's half the like appeal, just having constant arguments with people.
Yeah. I love an argument. in
yeah.
that. That's
I love
the
going on
main
for, like,
reason
those
I play
podcasts
Rust.
and just fucking
Good old
Yeah, the sheer raw nature of it, I think, is what brings some
the
people to
sheer
Rust.
nature
But
of
it
just
also
going-
brings the absolute worst out of people, though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, no, I agree completely.
yeah.
That's the best part about it.
If it didn't,
Like,
I
then
wouldn't have
again-
this name.
In the same token, someone's just got to stop replying back eventually. So someone's gonna win.
Yeah.
More
If
or
you
less.
really want to learn about someone and how they work, is just play Rust with them against them. Yeah.
That's actually a good
With
point, yeah.
with is better.
Raid them.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot them and raid their base and watch how they react.
Or just grief them in Minecraft. So I know if this might be like putting you on the spot because McPhee's in here, Marley's in here, I'm in here, but what are your current thoughts on the state of OzRust?
Shit.
Stoker, take it away.
Well, no, it's an opinion-based thing.
Server's going down the dunny. I don't know.
It keeps crashing.
Well, that's also
Honestly, like, for me, and it has been this way for a long time, I'd say probably like a good part of a year. This has been Rust for me, this server. I haven't really found that many faults with it to the point where I've thought, no, I'm going to put this game down and just not play anymore.
Same. This is actually much more enjoyable than any other vanilla server. I mean, apart from the fact you can't fight everyone whenever you want. But at the same time, that's nice.
Yeah.
And coming back to the fact that our clan, or it's known that our clan butts heads with everyone else in the server. Yeah, it's probably purely based off the fact that, well, I know for me, I butt heads with a fair few people in here because I care about the longevity of the server and how long people play on the server. And not them just staying one day. My biggest
And then
issue
leaving
being
forever.
given everything and then thinking, oh, well, this server's too easy, I'm just going to leave. That's my
Yeah.
biggest
Making it
problem.
harder for people so that they can actually get in there and do
Gotta-
it.
Yeah, and I've been trying to make a sort of an economy for a very long time, like trading things for other things, even though I don't need the things that they're trading me at all.
yeah.
ever.
What was it?
20 scraps, 20 scrap.
Yeah, when I was playing, I asked if I could have something from you, and you would always say like 100 scrap or something, no matter what, or maybe more than
5k
that.
scrap.
Yeah, 5k scrap. You'd always say that.
5k
matter
scrap,
what.
mate, minimum. Bare minimum.
Everyone needs scrap, though. I mean, you can't have enough scrap.
Well, you can
Unless
if you
you-
learn all your blueprints.
But the thing is, like, I'm still going to be sitting on probably 240k scrap or whatever, but I'll still ask for, okay, you
Maybe
can
if
have a
I-
large furnace
scrapping
if you
hard.
give me 50 scrap. Like, 50 scrap's nothing.
Yeah,
on
50
this
scrap's
server.
fine.
When it
But
comes down to it.
5,000 is quite a
Yeah, that
lot.
was minimum.
You know what's
That was
really
the old Stoker, right?
in the last week is when the server rolls back and I get like 7 or 8 messages all at the same time of people wanting their stuff back. And I'm like, I don't know what you had. They're like, I'll tell you what I had. And I'm like,
Yeah, and we can't do that.
How does that work?
yeah, what was it? 48 C4 and 300 rockets, I guess. Yeah, actually.
He needs to get a dash cam for his monitor, just in case any shit happens.
Well, to be fair, when it comes to the 300 rockets, McPhee, I mean, you've seen some of our raid
Yeah,
bases. Several thousand rockets later.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
moving on. Out of OzRust, what are your thoughts on Rust as a whole right now?
Pretty damn good, actually.
Well, they could fix a lot of bugs
Yep.
instead
It's
of
gonna
adding
be
shit
bugs
like
in Rust. It's
mini
Rust. It's like anyone complaining about a Bethesda game having bugs. It's like it's fucking Bethesda. It's going to have bugs.
I mean, do we know another game that's been like looked after so well for so many years?
Arc, maybe?
Constantly looked after?
Arc?
Ark hasn't had as many updates as Rust.
Have
Rust
you
has gone-
played Ark?
Barely.
I have.
Rust has gone from Legacy, where you had a whole choice of 3 different weapons, 2 different types of clothing, to
GTA
now.
Online.
See, I
In
never
terms of-
played Legacy, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I never played Legacy either.
Legacy was the best and worst.
No,
thing ever.
stop. We'll go to Legacy later. That's one of the topics, not yet. Anyway,
Wait, is it?
yeah.
So I think Rust, like in terms of progression, definitely 100% shits on Ark. Because if you look where Ark started years ago, it's basically still in the same spot. It's just
It's
got
just
a few
had
new
some
shiny
extra maps.
Yeah.
bells and whistles. Yeah.
You were
Well,
saying
I
which games have been updated over time. What about Minecraft?
Fuck Minecraft.
Minecraft's outstanding. You know what? Like everyone thinks Minecraft is for children and weebs and nerds.
Exactly.
Minecraft is ahead of its time.
I know,
Take
it
it.
is. It's an amazing game. And
Stoker.
you liked
It's
it.
a very
Okay.
simplistic art style, is what it is.
Stoker.
Yes.
Just no. Just stop.
It is. It's true. What he's saying is true.
Good man. I've spent hours on there with the redstone.
I didn't like it purely on the fact that it's nearly impossible to get people to join your server because
Yeah,
it
the
doesn't
thing I
have a-
don't like about it is it doesn't have a server list.
That's
I mean-
I joined.
Yeah, I know. But we had to give you the IP.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think that's
Sorry.
probably just a Mojang thing, though.
Okay, Marley, why are you sending me stuff?
I'm trying to fix my graphics card. Something's fucked with
Why are
it.
you sending them to me?
So I can read the error?
He's just sending me error messages. All right, whatever. So sorry, go on to what you were talking about. What's your thoughts on Rust right now as a whole?
I think it's in a good spot. Definitely has a lot of areas to improve on. Obviously, just bugs and fixes and things like that. But at this point, like, I've been playing with mods so long, I can't even tell what real Rust is. I dip back to it every now and then, but like, it just, I don't know. I don't spend more than maybe a week on it because you can't keep up with the people that jump on there and stay on there 24/7. If you
I
have a
actually
job or have an income, you're screwed.
I actually
Pretty
hate
much.
vanilla so much. Like, the gather rate is just so low. The crafting time, I don't know. I
Too
don't
much,
like it.
Get your Z levels up, mate. We can talk about gather rates, alright? I'm gonna tell you what gather rates are really like. If I go back to vanilla right now, I'm gonna hate every second of it.
Yeah,
So has people been playing on A? Have you been playing on AU today?
yeah.
Yes.
I was
Has it
building
crashed
chat.
at all?
No, I haven't seen a crash.
Yeah, I didn't see a crash.
Sick. Because something's fucky with it because I can't get into Archon, and rustservers.net says it's offline.
That's weird.
It's definitely up. It's been up all day.
Well, I don't think it's down.
Stoker's in there right now, building something.
Probably.
What was
How
I
about
gonna say? What?
These taxis that are here. There's
What
about
about them?
15 taxis lined up, and this show doesn't finish for an hour and a half.
Hey, mate, it's all about position, mate. It's all about position.
It is, dude.
Well, they're just outside hanging around at the moment.
Yeah, they're all just sort of ganging together and chatting. Probably
They're waiting for that. They're waiting for that show to finish so they can get some. They can get some work.
I think
No
Foom's
way.
over there.
Um,
Foom.
So going back to the Rust stuff, like I sometimes watch videos of people playing vanilla Rust, like Vertigo and Faceless and stuff. Don't know if you watch them. Anyway, like it just seems like so much. Like, why do they go to that effort? It takes so long, and you're not even gonna be. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the
The
thing with
point-
those videos, they're very edited together, and usually they've got like 4 or 5 people playing with them to get them at that point.
Yeah, I know, but like, it's just so
Also,
get
it's
those
frustrating.
solos
Rusty.
and stuff.
Rusty.
Yeah.
The whole reason why you go and play vanilla is for the challenge. Is the only reason you
that's-
get onto a vanilla server is you get on there because
Too
you
much
want to
challenge,
take every
though.
single person on that server head on,
That's a
kick
good
their
point.
ass,
Yeah.
take their shit, and laugh at them.
But
Then
as
you get the homeschooled 13-year-olds that play it 24/7 and
Yeah.
raid you as soon as you go to bed.
Yep, and that's part of Rust.
And that's why I stopped playing vanilla.
I
But
remember
like,
I was
even if
playing-
you're slightly, sorry,
Yeah, keep going.
even if you're slightly good at PvP and your internet's okay, you can pretty much dominate.
Yeah,
I have that
And
problem.
if you're good with a bow, you got to be good with a bow.
yeah.
If you're not good with a bow,
I'm-
you're gonna die.
One of the first times I played on vanilla, I was playing by myself and I was in chat and I was trying to get some gears so I could get an armored door for my base because I just had like a wooden door or something. And he was on literally the other side of the map, so we decided that we are going to meet up in the middle of the map. And it was like a 4,500 map or something, so it was massive.
Holy shit!
And I'm running and running and running, and this guy's trying to kill me, and he nearly killed me, but I got away, and I was like, yes. And then I got almost to the middle, and I got headshot from someone at the airfield, and I was like, fuck. And then so I ran all the way out again, and I was like, yeah, meet me out there. So we finally met each other. We did the swap, and then I ran back, got to my base. The door was missing. There was 4 guys inside with machine guns, and I was fucked. So yeah, I lost my gears. I lost everything that I just traded, and I was like, yeah, I'm gone. Rage quit.
I've had that before, but I've always found you can, if you're confident enough in what you can do, you can make people leave. You can make people rage quit a raid if you can be annoying enough. And I don't mean spamming on the mic going ree.
that's what I did.
I mean like I had a little base with Eagle Bomb, another fella from OzRust. And we had a little base on a vanilla server, and I got on. I was being raided as I was logging in. I heard the explosions, run to the front door. Dude's, as he's broken down the door, I've headshot him with a bow and arrow, made him shit himself. He ran away. And then as I was running back in, like, I hear more coming in. So I went and hid inside the TC room. And as they're in there, they're going like, oh, how you doing? Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. They're just talking shit. And then they're like, oh, we'll just leave then. And you hear 2 sets of feet go thud, 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 thud. outside. And then I was just like, yeah, all right, no worries. When are the rest of you going to leave then? How'd you know we were here? It's like, it's not my first time playing this, you dickheads. And they're like, oh, we're going to fucking blast in there.
Why did they reveal themselves?
Like, sure, no worries. Because they were dumb kids. And then, of course, as soon as they said that, I could hear where one of them was. I've opened the headshot him with the bow, then shut the door. And I just did that for like 10 minutes. Eventually, they just gave up and left.
Wow.
You just fuck with people. It's great fun on vanilla.
Yeah.
So do you want to hear
player on there was not great.
something strange about North Korea?
What?
Something strange about North Korea. Like,
Why are
it's
we
a country
going off topic? Yeah,
you're
go on.
not allowed to do anything at all, right, in North Korea.
Yeah.
But do you know there's one thing that they do every year?
What?
They gift crystal
Eat
meth
dogs.
to each other. Crystal meth. They give it to each other as presents, and the kids and the teenagers and the parents all sit around and smoke crystal meth. And this is 100% true. You can look it up. I read it yesterday, and I thought, what the fuck? In a country that doesn't let you drive a car, but you're allowed to go and get crystal meth? What the fuck?
Well, how do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that's legit though?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you know that's actually not?
Well,
just
it's
fake
like
news?
it's like public knowledge, apparently.
You weren't reading
'Cause I-
BuzzFeed again, were you?
Isn't BuzzFeed
He was on
shut down?
4chan. He was on 4chan getting his daily news update.
Oh no.
No, well, I seen it, and when I first seen it, I thought, no, that can't be true. So I googled it, and it's like a national event over there.
True.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
Google it. It's fucking weird, man. Anyway, that's my geography lesson for the week.
Geography.
Wonderful.
Sick.
All right. So I know Fred wanted to talk about this. Was anyone around when Rust Legacy was
Yes.
around?
I wasn't born.
Oh, I mean, did you
Yeah, I
own the
don't think
game?
It's not that old, man.
Stoker, did you play when Rust
Nah,
Legacy?
man. I never
right.
played Legacy.
Okay.
I
Fred's
did.
like 58, isn't he?
Fred, tell us about Rust Legacy.
It's too long ago.
Back in 1874.
Well, you were gonna say something before, but I interrupted.
I was just saying that it was the best and the worst game.
Essentially, it was a game that was made, and it was a concept idea that then became Rust. And it was simply the fact that you went in, there was a massive island that was stupid big. I mean, it was 16 kilometers square.
Yeah.
Like, in actual size, it was 16 square kilometers. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking huge.
I
And
had a
the
friend-
only place where the monuments were was in one corner on the bottom left of the map. And that was it. That was the
That's where the
buildings, and then the rest of it was just forest and mountains.
I had a friend ran to the far side.
Jeez.
And
Start
you only
playing
had
again?
you only had like
Yeah, no,
you had a couple of weapon choices, and that was it. And you had a couple of clothing items, and that was it. That was basically the game. That's all it was.
Yeah.
You just
No,
went around and fucked
my
each other.
Back to my friend. He literally ran to the opposite side of the map
Why?
through the vast emptiness because we were playing on a server that had tel. So he just set home out there, and that was his base.
Well, at least you'll never get raided there.
One of the coolest things I
Never
did like about Legacy were the rock formations you could find. They're
Yeah,
better than
yeah,
the ones
those.
that you got in Rust now.
I used to
And
watch.
Legacy never wiped really.
No,
There was no weekly wipe, monthly wipe thing.
but everyone was raiding each other 24/7 anyway, so it didn't matter. Everything was being
Yeah.
Can we get some Rust Legacy pictures on the screen so I know what you guys are talking about?
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe. We'll see. If you can
Seen
find
videos
pictures.
of
I
I'm
don't
sure they
think I...
started up the servers again, didn't they? Someone
Yeah, you can still
recreated it or
play
something?
today.
Someone
Yeah, on-
recreated the bottom left of the corner
on
of
the
map
HUD,
where the
yeah.
buildings were. Yeah.
On the hard
Oh,
server.
on Rust. No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about on like Legacy itself.
Apparently,
sure
you
someone's-
can play Legacy. You can
Some
get
little
it.
company
Gary-
started it
Gary
up.
even
No.
posted it.
They deleted it, I think.
Oh, did they?
No, there
Yeah.
is there is a
Some company
A mod.
started it up again.
Yeah.
Oh,
They had to
yeah.
move to
Oh,
Unity,
really?
didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard about it a
Whole
while
big
ago.
move
I'll have
when
to,
they
I'll have
moved
to look for that
Unity?
again because that'll be quite funny to be back on that. But at the same time, it was, as Fred said, it was the best that you could possibly think of.
I used to
Because
watch.
you just-
I used to watch a YouTube series in Rust Legacy called Tuna Bandits, and they would basically just raid people to get tuna.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
basically the same thing that I did for Chaz.
Sounds like Rust in general, really.
Yep.
Yep.
Raiding
I'm
people
gonna
for
raid
certain
them for
specific
one
resource
thing.
Getting rid of
I
everything.
want that Pookie!
It really sounds like Purge Day in OzRust.
So what
I'm
was
going to expend 3,000 rockets to bust into this base. Why? I want their fucking pookies.
exactly
So what does Purge smell like?
what?
The tears of disappointed children.
Actually, that's a good question that I don't have in here. What? Like, I don't actually know what to ask, but talk about Purge.
Well, what do you want to know about Purge?
Yeah.
How do you organize it? Like, how do you manage to get all
How
the
do we organize
resources?
for Purge?
Yeah.
Well, you go into the FTP and you change a few files.
Shut up,
around.
Marley. That's not what I mean.
We're not doing
Wait,
none of the
like-
hacking bullshit here, mate.
What are you talking about?
When
Like,
do you
as a
go into
clan?
the FTP, Marley?
Yeah,
do we
like how do
organize
you
ourselves?
how do you prepare for it? How do you defend your bases? What are your strategies?
Well, I'm not going to give away all of our strategies, but our basic one is we go and we find one particular spot somewhere on the map, and that becomes our main base. That
Do you
holds
just-
all of our
do you
best
do-
loot.
Oh yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, that holds all of our best loot, all the rockets, all the resources. At the end of on the last day of the wipe, everyone takes all their resources there, and we stockpile it. And that's like if someone raided into that, it would be an insane treasure trove.
Yeah, we would literally be screwed.
No, we'd be screwed. They would be set.
most eggs in
around
one
the map?
basket.
Yeah, but
Shouldn't
at the
you
same
place it
time,
around the map in
whenever
case
we
that
do
happens?
make one of these strongholds.
McPhee, your mic's muffled. I can't hear you.
Oh, what was he saying?
I don't know.
I said, wouldn't you spread it out amongst the map in case that does happen?
Yeah, like make a backup.
This is the
It's
thing.
never
though.
happened.
This is the thing. Ever since we became Marmalade, no one has raided our bases successfully.
We've
Any
never
base that
been
we
fully
make-
raided
Any
ever.
base that
Fuck,
we
that sounds
make,
like a good challenge.
It does.
Yeah.
Actually.
any base that we make that is set to be our main base or something is so
Gonna get
heavily
raided.
guarded, trapped, armored, and just so painfully cancerous that people get
Yeah.
halfway through and go, "Fuck this! I want to hang myself."
One of those bases, yeah. I'm not raiding it, Marley. You can
Yeah.
do it if you want. I'm not.
We
We should all
bases
get
that are
ults
just
and then raid
nuts.
them.
I've actually got a photo of one of the times we actually kept our loot on the map, because for a while, when our clan was sort of in its heyday, we were moving all of our loot out onto the water before boats were in. So we'd actually
Oh,
build
yeah.
these
We would
water
always have
bases
sea
that
bases.
nobody could ever get to, right? So we'd have turrets and stuff looking at all the water, and not icebergs, just like from the sea level all the way up,
Yeah.
effectively towers. But I think I've got a photo. I'll try and find it of one of the bases where we actually.
Is that the one with all the
Had-
walls and the outposts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good fun. That one.
That was like one of the first times. I think Babylon did it as well, didn't we? I
Yeah,
wasn't,
Babylon held everything. That actually
Yeah.
had over 3,000 rockets sitting in it.
I wish I
that
had
we
a picture of
didn't
that.
use.
Can
So
you
do I,
describe
but, like,
just describe what that was
Okay.
quickly?
think of. Does everyone here know what a ziggurat is?
A what?
A
Zigga
steepled pyramid. Sort of like a Mayan pyramid. You know how the Mayans, the Aztecs,
yeah.
their pyramids
Yeah.
go up
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that
yeah.
steps.
The Luxor.
Think of that. Every level has reverse roofs coming out of it, and on every level where those reverse roofs come out, there is a ring of auto turrets. Then on the inside, there were something like 200 doors and then about 270 traps inside it. So shotgun traps, flamethrowers, auto turrets. And then there was something about 500 landmines laid inside that base in the areas that we didn't use.
Fuck.
And then that was all the way to the top, and the top was 15 stories high. And this
Wow.
base was at least 40 or 50 squares wide. Like, this was a gigantic base that we built.
And this was all armored, right?
It was all HQM. It was all honeycombed for at least 10 blocks every side.
That
So do you
sounds
start
illegal.
planning for Purge on the first day of wipe, or is it second week?
That was in our heyday. That was when we
I'm
would every
talking about now. I'm talking about now when you prepare.
now I don't give a shit. Now I don't care. I just build a base and people raid it. Good on them.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that, Stoker.
But yeah, we'd usually like plan it sort of like the first week or so, and then try and build up enough quarries to get the amount of resources required to actually
Yeah.
build the base. And then yeah, we'd usually save it. I think I've posted a picture in there now, but that base that I built, I think it was our last time we actually built the big ones. I'm fairly sure that was either the wipe before our up got removed or the wipe up got removed. Wipe after.
It was around the same
It was
time.
one of
pinnacle of OzRust is when up got removed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like you couldn't get the resources before the end of the wipe to actually be able to build something that big, because that base that I built, it took like 3 or 4 solid days of building
Yeah, I
There was a
remember
couple of us
that.
building it
to
too.
create. So
Plus, you probably had 15 to 20 quarries back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
of the same ore.
Well, I could have
Each
stopped
ore.
at that.
Yeah, for now.
So when you like raid bases before purge, do you go and find targets?
We look for places. We look at interesting things that look like they might be interesting or worth actually having a crack at. So if we see something that looks like what Stoker has put up as the picture there, if we saw that, we would just salivate. We'd be like, yes, we have got to
Or
hit
if you know it's
this.
NZ's base.
Yeah. I don't care if that's
It's
a
the one
2 by
half
2
a dozen
bro,
the
that's
other. But I mean, like, if
getting
you know, if you see like an iceberg base, a properly done iceberg base with little outposts on the flotillas of ice around it.
Oh, do you
just be like,
remember?
oh, we have got to hit that.
Do you
That is
remember
so fun.
when we were
Dude,
raiding Ned that
Webcoal's
time?
base.
Yeah, Webcoal. Yeah,
was,
Yeah.
was nuts.
that was on
That
an
was so
iceberg base.
good. That was like 9
Look at a
hours of
webcall.
raiding.
I haven't seen that name in a long time.
It's
He's
Ned.
not-
It's the Ned now.
It's the Ned.
No, he's
Oh,
still
okay.
he's still here. He's still here.
Just
He's
different
the
We're
names.
just
Ned.
waiting for him to
Yeah.
build a base that's. He builds all the wolf spaces for him. Well, kind of.
And you can tell whichever one Webcoal has built because he builds in a very specific way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think this should be for everyone. And I can't remember if we talked about it before, but what was everyone's first day of Rust like?
Pretty good.
How the fuck am I supposed to remember that? I was like 12.
Well, too bad. I
I
can
think
remember
my
it.
first day of Rust kind of
You're
sucked
12
on
now.
us because it was like Rust Malaysia main, and that was a
Yeah.
brutal experience.
Same,
when
I
that
was on
was
Rust
popping.
Malaysia main too.
Only like 500-600 people or something in a server. It's not a real good recipe for having a good time.
The
Not
very
when you're trying to
first
figure out how
time.
to play the game for the first time, that's for sure. What do you do
The
with
very
this
first
rock?
time.
Headshot.
The very first time I played Rust, it loaded for about 35 minutes, and then the game, like the sleeping screen came in, and the game froze, and so I closed it, and I uninstalled it, and I didn't play it for at least 12 months, and then I got sick, and I was homesick from work for like a week, and I was like, "What's this Rust?" And then I loaded it up, and it loaded in quicker this time. Well, not quicker, but yeah.
Seems
Yeah, and then it actually worked because I had a better PC at this point, and
that's handy.
and I built a twig base, and it's remained twig for 3 days because I didn't know you could upgrade them.
Didn't you say you also lost it? And you had to
I did. I
rebuild it?
lost it. I went out on a mission and I lost it, and then I literally probably spent 4 or 5 hours walking around looking for this base until I got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna have to build something new. And so I started building something new, and I started getting that established, and then I went for like a 2-minute walk and bumped into my old base. Like,
When I first played Rust, I was still part of. I don't know if. I mean, I knew McPhee and Marley knew, but I don't know if anyone else did. I used to be an admin on Gmod servers. So they started a Rust one.
Step up from Minecraft server.
Oh yeah, well I was Minecraft and Gmod. Anyway,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I was Gmod afterwards. So they started a Rust server. They didn't really know how to run it, and I think they just had hackers. So yeah, there's nothing amazing. I just played on hackers for a bit. It was fun.
no,
That's it. Yep.
nice.
Fred, what about
Um,
you? Just going down the list.
Way too long ago to remember my first day on Rust.
Okay, well remember as far back as you can.
He's a
Way
chef.
too
He's done a
far
lot of
back.
drugs between then and now.
Okay, fine. Oh well, you played on Legacy, didn't you?
No, let me put it this way.
Yeah.
He's already.
My VAC ban for Rust
Yeah.
1,647
fucking cheater.
days ago.
Oh. Whoa, you're a hacker. No one cares. No, I'm
We're
joking.
gonna have to ban you from the Discord, I think, Fred.
Wait, so have you got like another account? Like, have you ever played Rust since then? Like,
Yeah. I've got 2K hours. That was at 478 hours. That account got back then. And that was
I
back
think
when
you
I
learned
was
your
at,
lesson that day, didn't you?
I haven't cheated on
I
any
have
of
to,
those.
I have to ask Fred, why did you use hacks?
Yeah,
Yeah,
why,
why?
Fred?
Everyone always asks me.
Well,
Well, I'm
answer.
This,
curious.
this, no, I will
Is it time
answer
to
it.
give us the answer. Or?
It was a false
No,
positive.
everyone always asks me this, and it's always the same answer. It was
shit.
because at the time there was 3 different clans on the server that I was playing with that all had hacks. I got fucking pissed off at them
Can't beat him
so badly that I went downloaded some shifty looking hacks and I got back
Free
in
one.
like 10
Are they
minutes.
free
flat.
one?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
You
flat.
loaded up free hacks and you thought you'd be all good.
And I spent 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
You're
flat.
an idiot.
You got to
I-
buy those $29.95 Chinese hacks if you want them to work. What?
I used to
I
use
bought
hacks
it.
on Minecraft.
Okay,
No one called me.
another thing. Game purchased 17th of the 1st
20 what?
What?
You cut out.
2014.
2014, jeez. So that, yeah,
5
that was
years
legacy
ago.
still.
5 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still been in
account was
nappies, Marley.
banned. This account was banned in like
Wow, you bought Rust before Marley was born. I'm just joking.
Pretty much.
Yeah, close enough.
I don't think I could talk in 2014.
Poor old Marley was just having
You were
hair sprout
11. You were
spots.
11. You couldn't talk when you were 11.
Hair spread on his head.
man.
So Marley, how was your first day? Do you remember?
Well, the first thing I remember was on like the official Sydney server, and I was playing with my friend from PlayStation.
Yeah.
And we made this role player base, which I didn't know was a role player base at the time. And we just got fucking slammed so hard, constantly.
Well, that was like my first base. It was like a community hall with windows and doors, and I was wondering how people got in so quickly and raided me. I'm like, how do you even play this game?
Yeah, yeah.
I had a
So-
guy teach me to honeycomb, and also back when you couldn't use ladders, he also taught me. I can't remember his name. Moss, Moss. I don't know if you remember him, Fred, but he was from uni, and he, you know, the old twigs, how you had to twig up really high and then jump off and try and land on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he taught me, like, he was the best twigger you'd ever met.
No,
like,
no,
he could
no,
throw
no.
up a
You've never
10-story
seen me.
twig.
You've never seen me.
Fucking twigging
No,
out,
I
mate.
have. Yeah.
Anyway, Stoker, how was your first day? Do you remember?
If I can even remember back that far, I'm pretty sure my first day, well, Australasia
Mm-hmm.
is where it all started, and that was rough. That was such a big PvP server, and there's so many people in it, you just couldn't do anything. Unless you're in a group or anything, you couldn't get anywhere at all. And obviously, when you're trying to learn the game as well, it's even worse. So, I think I gave up on that for like maybe a month. I was like, no, I'm not playing this. This game sucks. But yeah, it was a similar experience. And then I came back to it. I met this guy called Bill Murray on my first
Oh, yeah.
actual server.
Mate, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
legit.
don't know
legit,
if I don't know if anyone knows Bill Murray, but he was like
I mean,
not the
depends
actor,
who you
obviously,
mean.
duh. The person from PvP. I played with him for a really long time. Probably
You know,
a
it
year
could
or
actually
so.
be the real Bill Murray because he does show up to a lot of places and just hangs out.
You're not wrong there.
Like the
Yeah,
amount of
after
weddings
that,
that
yeah.
guy's just shown up to, he's just walked into the reception, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" And then he's like, "Can I stay for the party?" And they're like, "Yeah, of course."
Who's
Imagine
gonna
that.
say no
Imagine
to
that.
Bill Murray?
Yeah, imagine that. You're getting married. Fucking Bill Murray walks in. He wants to party, and you're like, "Whoa, no, this is invite only, mate."
All right, so who's Bill Murray?
Oh my god.
God. I think you need to Google that. You'll know exactly who he is once you see him.
So McPhee, from that exact statement right there, he should be kicked.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm a child.
Well, he is 13. He is 13. So you know.
No, he's not. He's 16.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
No, I'm
whole 3 years
13.
difference. Jesus.
See, he's
a
13.
big kid now.
He's in year
His balls
11.
dropped when he was 11.
Stoker, is that everything?
Now that
Pretty
you have
much,
all
I
bagged,
found OzRust, and now here we are.
now
2,500
that
hours later.
And Sneaky,
What
what
have we all
about you?
bagged?
How was your first day?
Mine was very similar to Stoker's for the simple fact that I cut my teeth on Australasia main as well. And being on the west side of Australia, had a really shit internet connection, so died thousands of times.
Are you blaming Ping for being bad again?
Bruh, I'm a blame Ping every time.
There's the person who hates. There's the person who hates Fortnite because it's shit.
Hey. That's why I do
But-
gun game on the US server, so I've got an excuse for when I lose.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
right. Yep, true,
But
true.
the but no, I when I found a WA
Oh, fuck.
server,
What was his PV? Yeah, go on.
What was
Yeah,
there
that
like
was-
3 people on there?
No, there was actually about 100 people on
The
there.
whole of Western Australia was on there.
Yeah, mate. Oh, it was great.
I bet I was on there. I also
I
used
was
to be
talking to my
playing Australia.
grandma and shit. It was great. But no, it was, once I got on a WA server,
Wait, you
it was
raided your
actually really
grandma?
good. Yep.
Yeah, everyone
Raided that
loves
treasure
out of the
box, mate.
country.
I'd raid your grandma.
But the once I got on a WA server, had better ping. I actually got to learn how to play the game properly without dying every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it got pretty good at it. And then found OzRust.
Good. Didn't you say you were also an admin on a server?
Yeah, a little while ago I was an admin for a server. That was the one that I found here in Perth.
Oh, okay.
It was actually a dude in Perth was running a server, and myself and Sweet Pea became admins on his server. It was
What
really
would possess you to want to become an admin?
That was a lot of fun. It got really boring. I actually turned off.
It ruins
God
the
mode
game,
the
in
time
my
and ran
opinion.
around.
McPhee, listen
agree.
to who you're talking to.
I agree with McPhee. I can't play anymore. I blame McPhee
Yeah.
for giving me admin.
It's
Well, I
hard
mean-
for me to play it normally now because you've seen every facet of how the game works and over and over and over again.
But I think that's
And-
fantastic because it gives me a bit of an edge over.
It
Yeah,
does.
I've
It
seen
would,
every
yeah.
facet of how the game works.
Yeah.
I know how their buildings go together. I know how to break them apart.
Just
It gives me a
C4.
bit of a. Well, that
Alright,
too,
well,
but I know where to go. Is the problem.
We've come to the end of my little guest hosting here, so I've got to go now.
Oh no.
Bye, McPhee. We love
Um,
you.
I'll mute
Sort
and I'll
of.
stay in and I'll listen. All right.
Thanks for a good server.
Okay. Well,
Peace
wait.
out.
Where are you? Okay, fine. Bye.
I'll be unavailable, but I'll be listening. So don't be fucking speaking shit about me.
Okay, that gives me an idea. Everyone talk about McPhee.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Peace out,
Fuck
boys.
him.
XG guys.
Shittest owner ever.
Oh my
God.
god.
Oh,
You're
now he
paying
can't
money.
find
He does fuck
If you
all.
could get
Yeah.
one thing right ever, that'd be great.
Yeah, I know, right? God, he destroys
You're all
towns with
banned, by the
Sabertool.
way.
You know about that donate you got? That's gone.
I don't know who was speaking shit, so I'm just going to ban all of you.
Yeah, it was pretty much everyone.
You kill a bomb ban, mate. Wherever it lands, this is what happens.
Just banned all these stuff.
The ban hammer has been released. Yeet.
Alright, so, this one, I might need to link you something.
Oh,
Hold on. I'll put it
I
in
don't like
general.
viruses.
yeah, me neither.
So this is about the roadmap and the future of Rust and what you think. So,
Oh, the stuff in here.
yeah. So this could be like its own
Concept limbo.
podcast. So one of the main things I want to talk about is wipeless Rust. So
Wipeless Rust.
Well, like a bidet of rust.
I'll send you a screenshot of what it says. Hold on. I'll put it in the edit thing also. I can't talk. There, so it says the Holy Grail, a system that allows top-level players to sacrifice their progress for a permanent reward and start over with the advantage. With this advantage. So how, like, what do you think that will do to Rust? Because it's kind of known for its wipes at this point, wouldn't you say?
I think wipes are like important for PvE.
Yeah.
But
For PvP, it would be fine.
PvP it wouldn't matter because you'd have people just coming in and destroying the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it says for a permanent reward and start over. So what do you think?
I guess they'd be like dipping into the ascending territory from Ark, coming back to Ark,
What does that do?
where it's not really the same thing, but on Ark your base never goes away, ever. I've got a base in
really?
there at the moment that's still been there for like 6-7 months that I used to play heavily and now I just don't play at all. But my base is still there. But there's like bosses you can fight where you get these like really OP blueprints and things at the end of it.
Oh,
Sort
he
of.
left. McPhee left.
Okay, bye.
Good
But,
job. Bugger off.
So yeah. So I guess maybe if they were heading down that direction, like I don't know what kind of rewards they could really offer. They'd probably have to change the blueprint system. I'd say. Make some
Maybe
things
have
untouchable.
certain blueprint. Maybe have certain blueprints that can only be gotten by hitting the.
Yeah, that's true. But it should be that it's not like OP, and it's not a disadvantage to the others.
like maybe like a very good harvesting tool or like a core blueprint, something like that.
Oh, yeah,
maybe
quarry
enchantments on weapons and
Yeah.
stat upgrades and stuff.
I'm
don't
liking
know,
this.
it's-
Hey, I'm liking this one here in vehicles. A cart, a pushable object that you can place deployables on, putting a chest and a turret on this. That is OP. Can
Wait,
you
where do you
imagine
see
just
that?
going around farming and some random dude just pushing a car past, get gunned down? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I'm liking the APCs they're bringing in. They're going to have so the missile launcher and the side machine guns will actually shoot.
Yeah,
That
and
would be
aren't they planning to make it roam around the map?
That too, make it go around all of the roads and whatnot. I'm also liking prototype weapons. We can actually make different types of guns. That would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, like combining, you mean? Yeah.
Can you imagine a double-barreled L96?
Oh my god, that would be interesting.
Or a double-barreled bolty. Like, fuck. Brutz. Instant dead, bitch.
Also RustNet, so it's like an internet system in Rust which allows you to place bounties. You can have jobs with it.
Oh yeah.
You get
That'd be pretty cool.
emails.
So it becomes full roleplay at that point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it sounds interesting though.
Also,
Yeah,
like the
I
mortars.
think it'd be really good.
I actually like the, this isn't obviously in the roadmap, but the actual concept Limbo, Shadowfrax does. I like the idea of the catapults and the ballistae. That would be cool for base defense. Like, I also thought of another one that would be really cool to have. A deployable mounted machine gun. So, say you get like
Oh,
an
yeah.
M249, get an M249 and get like some pipe, some HQM, and some sheet metal. And then you go and craft it, and it's this deployable. And you run along and you deploy the bastard. It's a big tripod, M249, and it's got a sort of a bullet barrier.
So like a
in front.
turret, but it's automated.
Yeah, but you
I mean, not
use
auto,
it,
it's
but you
manual.
get on it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you can then attach it to the minicopter. You can attach it to the boats. You can attach
That's
it
actually a
to
really
base.
good idea.
Yeah, that'd be
And then, of
fucking
course,
awesome.
you could also use it. So if you use it inside a buildable area, so your TC area, and it's your TC, only you can use it. Only people on your TC can use it. So you could deploy one on top of your base, and like people are trying to camp you, and then just open up with a fucking machine gun. And you've got a nice shield in front of you to protect you from most of the bullets. Or even when you're raiding someone, you could actually deploy it out the front of their base, and you could lay down serious fire on window slits and whatnot and keep people down. And they'll have a hard time trying to kill you.
That's a really good
Anti-aircraft
idea.
weapons in Rust.
Yeah.
50 cal machine guns just on the top of your base. Belt fed, mounted.
Actually, no, hang on. If we're gonna have any sort of need the what's it called? It's the Russian anti-aircraft weapon. They mount them on tanks. It's a bit bigger than a 50 cal. It's super overkill. Awesome gun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it.
It's a good idea. I really like that idea. You heard it here first.
Yeah, it's here on OzRust.
There's also this online raiding balance where they want to limit the usefulness of honeycombs and focus on traps.
Yeah, I heard about
Already
that.
know that.
What?
I don't know
Honeycombing
how-
is my business.
Yeah,
It's
I
my
don't know how
bag.
they're planning on doing that though. Like the way I thought it could work is honeycombs decay, or like walls decay faster if they're like surrounded by other walls. Do you know what I mean?
What, like mold?
Not exactly, but I mean like, so they want to counteract honeycombing. I think the way to do that is if they detect that a wall is placed outside, then
Here it
its
is.
its decay rate is normal. But if it's within another wall, it decays faster. You know what I mean?
But then roleplayer bases.
Yeah, well, they don't care.
Well, I guess they've
That
already
in
done
itself
that
sounds
because
pretty stupid.
I think Rust has gone from those huge big clan bases to now, like the YouTube videos of base building are all becoming very popular with bunker bases and smaller bases that use a lot of half walls and a lot of trickery and things like that because of the fact that you literally cannot put enough stuff in your TC.
Yeah.
So I think we all noticed from the last update, didn't they? Did they reduce the slot to the TC, or was that
I heard about
There
that.
are
but I
less.
don't
a
know.
server? Was that because there's one whole line?
I don't think
less.
I don't think OzRust had a plugin to do that. So
Well, yeah, there's one whole line less on a TC. So
okay.
that greatly reduces even
The
even
storage
more the
slots, you mean?
size. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it just probably has you having more hands-on with your base and having to be there a lot more.
Yeah, maybe.
So if you do want that bigger base, you got to be constantly farming for it and things like that.
But in saying that, I mean, you can't always. I mean, the whole reason of having honeycomb is to drive people the way you want them to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I make a base with doors because someone's going to blast through a door more than they're going to blast through honeycomb walls, and then I can then focus my traps in that hallway instead of having to put traps all the way around the base.
Yeah, that's true. Another thing that they want to add is an auto looter, which is an object that will gather loot behind from dead players. So if an offline raid fails, then you get items.
Could you just imagine a little Wall-E robot running, driving around on tracks, picking up loot?
I want
Ooh,
that.
piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Or like those robot vacuum things, what are they called? You know, those small
Roomba.
round... Yeah, that's right.
Roomba.
That would be funny.
Damn it, the Roomba ran out of charge halfway in the battlefield. I gotta pick it up.
That'd be pretty cool.
I can't find it anywhere here. It might be in here, but I know they were planning on like having blindfolds and handcuffs to like move people.
Interrogation.
Yeah, interrogation.
That's in later.
Go in
Oh,
the
is it?
DayZ route.
Yeah.
Interrogation and torture and I don't know.
I don't really like that aspect. That sounds... No. People are going to abuse that.
Yeah, especially on PvE. Like, I mean,
PvP, man. Could you imagine Australasia main with the ability to capture someone and torture them?
I mean, it would make it interesting.
What the fuck?
I can already see the Zuckles headlines and the faceless headlines.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Man, it would just be... It would be disgusting, man. I mean, it's already bad enough that you can build a base to trap an entire clan in it and then wait for them to rage quit out and kill themselves.
Yeah.
Which
ability to
is actually so much fun. By the way. I've done that.
Yeah, but to do that to randoms that are just out there just farming, they're not even raiding you. Run up behind them, smack them in the head, drag them back to your base, and throw them in your little dungeon. It's sort of like, yeah, no, that's a bad way to go.
They've also got railways in here. I don't really know what that is, but I saw like a suggestion once of a train that goes around the whole map. And I don't remember what the benefit of it was, but there's a train that goes around the whole map.
Well, it'd be a land-based cargo ship, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. That would be interesting.
And if you can ride horses, you can do a great train robbery. Aha!
I think, yeah, they should have added that by now. It says here, animals, ability to finally ride a horse or a pig.
Hi,
It
ho,
says
Silver,
a hug.
away! Get fucking headshot
Take it
by
back
a
to the
zombie.
Stone Age days.
Yeah. And
Actually, when are we going to get horses back to be able to ride on them again?
I don't know, the dev who did the Stop Horse plugin just abandoned it.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna come back.
Yeah,
That
unless
sucks.
someone
That was
makes a
fun.
new one. Yeah, I liked it.
Because that was actually
was
really
one of the
fun. You
better
could take
mods.
helis from horseback.
Mm.
That was actually really cool. You had to make sure you rode at the heli because the gunners didn't lead. They always fired at where you were, so the horse was fast enough that it was always firing behind you as you rode at it and shot it.
Yeah.
You just couldn't
was
run
fun.
away from the missile runs.
So we spoke about this last time, but Stoker and Sneaky, what are your favorite games? Except Rust.
The Fallout series.
Okay. Stoker?
Yeah, I enjoyed Far Cry. From probably Instincts all the way up to 4 and 5, but I've spent so many hours in this. It's like it's more of become almost the only thing I do on the computer.
What, you mean
Yeah.
Rust?
Yeah, Rust. too many hours.
Did you...
But
Sorry, go on.
there's a new game that came out yesterday. Anthem.
Oh, yeah.
It early access dropped for that, and yeah, I think that's competing with Rust at the moment because it's so good, visually stunning, gameplay's amazing. But
Stoker.
we'll just wait and see. I
Stoker,
suppose.
you said that about the new Smash. You played that straight for 2 weeks and came back because you were
Smash
done.
Bros is amazing.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna head off, guys. I'll see you.
Okay.
Bye, Fred.
Cheers.
Thanks for your
Fred.
contribution.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, but Smash Bros is amazing. Come on, can't deny it.
Eh.
It is. Stoker, did you end up playing Breath of the Wild?
Oh yeah, I did actually. I played that. I mean, in terms of favorite game, it's not up there, but it was
Yeah, it's really good.
for a Switch game. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I didn't even like 100% completed it, but I did complete the story.
yeah,
And it took well over like 60 hours.
yeah. And favorite movies? This is for Marley also because we didn't discuss it last time.
Pulp Fiction.
I haven't
Favorite-
I
actually
like
seen
Pulp
that.
Fiction. That's really good.
Pulp Fiction is actually pretty good. It is messed up.
Yeah,
God damn, that is a messed up movie.
it's a dicey movie.
I still want to know what was actually in that briefcase.
We'll never know. I suppose.
right?
It was
Let
it
them
was
tell
a
us.
it was a yellow light.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously it was a yellow light and a freaking battery. Yeah, that bit we know.
Well, maybe that's what it was in the movie.
Plot twists.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
actually
drug
just-
dealers don't usually sell yellow lights to people.
And you don't normally kill, countless people over a yellow light and
Hey
a battery.
man, can I get a pound of yellow light? Yeah, dude. Just meet me at the school. Usual spot.
If you're a tree, you want that for photosynthesis.
What?
If you're a tree or a plant, you would want light for photosynthesis.
Oh no, that's fair.
True.
That's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
So you need
alright.
natural
Point
light for
taken.
photosynthesis.
not really.
Well, I think actually, yeah, you might
just
be
need
right.
you need a certain radiation.
Yeah.
You don't really need the light itself. It's just the radiation that absorbs more than anything else.
Marley, since asking you what your favorite movie is might not work, I'll ask you what's your favorite anime.
The Evangelion movies, the rebuilds.
Oh,
those
okay,
are-
so there's not movies.
Those are fucking
that's-
good.
That's fair. That's a pretty solid answer.
I can't think of any movies, so I'll go with anime and probably My Hero Academia.
Yikes.
What?
I've got too many. I got
Oh
too
yeah,
many
you
of
watch
them.
anime also, don't you?
Hmm?
Do you wait, do you, Sneaky?
Yeah, well, I've watched some anime. I don't like a lot of it because there's too much of the tits so big, ass so massive,
That's the one
outfit
Marley
so
likes.
skimpy, and it's like that.
No.
Yeah, no. I don't like when characters like that get written into anything. It's just like,
Yeah.
no, go away.
I think
Give me
there's
something
a
to.
place for them.
There's definitely a place for them, but like, if you get has anyone seen the new Batman Ninja anime movie?
I've seen trailers of it, but I
I
haven't
haven't seen
seen
it
it.
Okay. I went into that thinking this is going to be good. Like this looks actually pretty solid. You know, Batman gets time traveled back with some of his homies and some of the villains, and they duke it out in feudal Japan. I'm thinking, okay, this has some premise to be pretty interesting. I started watching it and I was like, all right, not too bad, not too bad. Some interesting storyline, blah blah blah. Pretty cool action, yeah. And then I just turned it off when giant robots came out of nowhere from feudal Japan. I was like, nope. Just
Well, it's an anime and it's time travel. What
Yeah.
do you expect?
I would expect them to at least keep the continuity of the fact that they had a pretty solid story going, and then they were just like giant fucking robots. And it's like, why? You actually had a half decent story. Just roll with that.
Because it's Japan.
Oh,
Exactly.
It made me rub my eyes and turn it off, and it's like that was enough Netflix for tonight.
I did enjoy the
Netflix. Fuck.
the original Death Note, the cartoon one.
I
The movie.
haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, actually, the original Death Note was pretty.
That's
Apparently it's
probably the
overrated.
first anime where they didn't have big titty GF.
Yeah.
What about Pokemon?
GF. Yeah, but Pokemon's
Miltank.
like Dragon Ball Z.
Miltank.
It's not a real.
Oh,
anime.
Miltank. Yeah, good point. You have a point there.
Oh god.
Oh, One Punch Man as well.
Yeah, one
Oh,
point.
that is fun. That is fun.
Marley, you need to watch that.
Heard they were
Yeah, watch
making
that,
a new
Yeah.
season of that.
Hasn't it already been released? I don't know.
Season 2? I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, it's either in development or it's already been released.
What season are they up to? Because I can't seem
It's
to
only
find
season 2. I mean, yeah. There's only one season so far, and I think season 2 might be coming out now. It might be airing.
How many episodes are in season 1? Because I bought season
I
1
think
on
12
a
or
disc.
13.
Yeah, I think
13 sounds about right.
that must have been how many I watched. It was bugger all.
Most anime
disappointing.
either has 12 or 24, but like Fairy Tail, for example, has like 100 per season.
Yeah, DJ, that's a pretty big gap between the medium there. It's either 12 or 24.
Well, no, like usually.
Yeah, that's standard.
Well,
It's
it's,
either a 12
true,
or
though.
a 24 episode series.
yeah,
Season. Yeah.
most
Usually
anime.
within the standard
It
range of
depends.
0 to 100.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
But no, One Punch Man is quite funny, I think. I think it's well written. They've
yeah.
made
The only
that.
problem I had with it is towards the end, it didn't really focus on him. It just focused on everyone else.
Well, they're trying to bring in other characters.
Yeah, I
They don't wanna
understand
just
that.
be him.
I get that, but
And
Well, I
Roland
guess-
Lights, I think they wanted to show like all the power of these other people, and they're like, "Oh, I am so strong, I am so powerful, I can lift shit with my mind."
yeah.
And then One Punch Man just walks through them, just
Yeah.
goes, "Fucking get the fuck out of there."
Don't
bitch."
spoil it for Molly. I mean, it's kind of obvious.
I mean, I probably won't watch it. To be
It's
fair.
good.
And I mean, I guess I'm not really more any of an anime guru or junkie or anything like that because I
Yeah.
really barely watch shit all. I think the darkest anime I probably watched was Higurashi.
Oh yeah, I
Have you
watched
ever heard
that.
of
Yeah,
That was
was-
dark.
yeah.
But I'm always sort of launching into those kinds of series like Baki. I just finished.
Stoker,
I'm
do you
still
remember?
watching.
You want to watch
At
it?
the
You want to watch a dark anime? Watch Hellsing and Hellsing Ultimate.
I've watched Hellsing Abridged.
Check it out. But I guess horror movies and dark sort of things I've kind of steered away from anyway because Higurashi I watched like when I was 14. Like a
Yeah,
really
that
long
was-
time ago.
Yeah, well,
Is
I
it
watched
the one
that-
where she's like
Sorry.
being stabbed and she's laughing about it or some shit?
Yeah, and they rip their nails off.
She's a psychopathic killer. Yeah, she's a torturing killer. She's like
Yeah.
12 or something.
yeah.
But I'm always probably coming to those things like One Punch Man, things like that for the big action sequences, the fights and things.
I think
So-
you'd enjoy My Hero
Hellsing-
Academia.
Hellsing
So-
has some really big fight scenes and some pretty cool ones. The Hellsing Ultimate has better fight scenes, I think, because it's more
Yeah.
grand scale in the end.
So I guess you'd probably think I'm more of like a action junkie.
Yeah,
That's why I
Stoker,
moved to different genres.
I definitely recommend My Hero Academia for you.
Yeah, I might check it out.
It's
I'm in
basically
the market at the moment. I'll
Huh?
have a browse.
Yeah, it's-
I'll have a browse. I'm in the
it's
market.
very popular right now.
That's the one with the dude whose sweat is explosive. isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bakugo.
Yeah, that is weird.
But it's funny. it's good. It's basically a combination of Marvel and DC. I'd
Is
say.
season 4 coming out like
It's coming
Next
out in
month?
October.
October?
Yep.
The fuck?
It's a
Really?
huge season. There's a lot going to happen.
Hey,
Yeah,
what was
I've heard.
what was your next subject, DJ? We're starting to
Yeah,
go
good
on a
point.
bit.
Yeah, too much about anime.
Have we spoken about favorite games?
Yeah,
Yep.
kind of.
Hold on. Oh, what? Do you want to go on more about it?
No,
No, yeah, no, we did. Yeah.
Okay. What games are you looking forward to?
Ooh, Volcanoid.
Do you know what I'm looking forward to? Which you'll probably judge me for, but I don't care. Super Mario Maker 2. I'm not even joking.
What?
You know what?
Ow.
No judgments here, but I've heard it's going to be good.
Yeah, Super Mario
I gotta made
Maker.
it
Have you
work,
heard
so I
the first
gotta
one?
made it
How-
work who I play Switch with all the time. So
Yeah,
Could they make a sequel from that?
because they added new stuff and it's for Switch.
So
they're
it's just
also remaking
updating
Zelda
it
as
for-
well.
Yeah, it's basically just an update for Switch. And
Oh.
I think they're adding like new levels. Oh, well, I mean, the whole thing is level creation.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited for that. I used to play the first one all the time.
What was the first one?
It was on Wii U.
Right.
That's right. Yeah, and no, I know what you're on about. Super Mario Maker. That's where one person could make the world, and the other person had to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, let me think.
I reckon Volcanoids, the new Subnautica Below Zero.
Oh, I was going to ask about that. Because you mentioned earlier that he plays Subnautica. I was going to ask if you're playing the second one.
I want to. It's on early access at the moment. but don't really have a lot of
Oh,
money.
I thought it was fully released.
And
No,
we
it's
know
early
about
access.
early access games as well. They can
Oh.
they can tend to ruin it for the
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, so I'm gonna buy it, but I'll buy it a little bit later once I actually have some money. No, it's gonna be good because the first Subnautica was a lot of fun. It was actually a lot of fun. It was a great survival game that didn't really focus on combat. It focused on how to avoid combat, but also at the
Yeah.
same time it didn't make it seem like, oh, you're being a bitch. It's like, no, you've got a fucking a submarine, and oh no, there's a giant sea monster coming towards me. Kill your engines, and then deploy a little whirring torpedo that makes lots of noise. And then when the monster goes over, hey, turn your engines back on and just bloody swim away.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was definitely a true PvE experience. The first Subnautica.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because is there multiplayer in it?
No,
That's not. Oh,
there will never be multiplayer.
Was there solo like system link sort of thing?
Yeah,
A local game that
there
you
was
could
a
start?
mod that somebody sort of put together.
Tried
and
to
allowed-
make?
Yeah, it allowed a few people to join in, but the game was built around a single player game. So if to make it a multiplayer game, they'd have to literally rewrite the game. So they never thought to make it multiplayer, which was kind of an oversight, really, because it would have been great as a multiplayer.
Did anyone play No Man's Sky when it came out? Yeah, I agree.
I heard it was trash.
I got
So
it when
that
it
was enough for me.
I got it when it came out. I mean, it was okay, but there wasn't much to do. They falsely
Wasn't
advertised
that that
it.
space game that was a huge flop?
Yeah.
And then they finally made it good, but it was
Yeah.
like too late
That's
because
Yeah.
the player
exactly it.
base was dead. It's
Yeah.
kind of like that
The problem
Battlefront 2
was is-
deal.
The problem was they hyped it up so much.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they said
They
that
said
it will
there's going to
be.
be this, there's going to be that, there's going to be all this cool stuff
just wasn't.
all over the place, and it was just empty.
One of the main features that they advertised was multiplayer, and there wasn't even multiplayer until the recent update.
Yeah,
Marley, did you
but
play it?
like, you're one person in an infinite amount of planets and stars. It's like, okay, this is going to be fun,
Yeah.
I guess.
Marley?
It was
I think Marley's dead.
poorly
What?
done.
Oh, no. Never mind. Did you play No Man's Sky, Marley?
No.
Okay, I think... What time is it there? It's like 12:47.
10 to 1.
To be
Oh,
fair, it did have some pretty cool mechanics added to it, which was nice. Like the fact that you could seamlessly move a planet's atmosphere to space and then back through again, quite seamless. There wasn't like a, we have to now look at the next level.
Yeah, it wasn't
you
really
flew
like
through the
that.
atmosphere and when you were.
Yeah, exactly. But the only problem that I had is like in between those like travels to other planets, there was no fast travel, so you would just have to like sit there doing nothing and waiting until you arrive.
Well, there was no fast travel to begin with.
Yeah, I know,
Go
but
along, get your friggin' star drive, or whatever it was called. Then you could fast travel. But yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It did make for some very boring gameplay.
it did. Anyways,
The planets weren't exactly what you would call diverse in
No,
life.
not
It
at
just
all.
seemed to be one species, and then everything else offshoot of that
It was
one
just like a
species.
gradient.
yeah,
Shade change.
Yeah, it was like, this is dumb.
It's like they threw a whole bunch of colors into a number generator, and then out came the billions of planets.
It was, it wasn't. Yeah, they hyped it up too much. They sold it to be something else. They didn't realize they had overhyped it.
and then when people were asking about it, they were just silent.
More or less.
Yeah, shit the bed.
So anyway, I think I kind of went off topic. What are games you're looking forward to? You said the Subnautica thing.
Subnautica and
Yeah.
Volcanoids, which is a land-based version of Subnautica, are on
Oh,
a
interesting.
steampunk-esque universe, and you go and fight these mechanical monstrosities, kill a bunch of them, and take over one of their drills. And it's like a big snaking drill machine. You drill into the ground and under the earth and find caverns, and then you deploy your drill into a massive workshop and start processing the ores and whatnot to make what you need and rebuild civilization, sort of deal. It looks pretty cool.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it actually does. I really want to play it, but I just got to buy it.
Stoker,
I'm
what
super
about you?
keen for Division 2.
Yes,
Ah,
me too. That's
That's
gonna
gonna
be
be that's gonna be dropping. I played the private beta the other day. and it was hype. I enjoyed every second of it.
And they didn't have that same problem where a dude with a baseball bat can come one-shot you, even after you've shot him with a whole magazine of an assault rifle.
Fuck, I remember that shit.
Jesus, that was dumb.
They've changed the playing field
so much. It feels pretty much the exact same, which I like.
Yeah, it's like it feels exactly like a reskinned Div 1, but a reskinned endgame Div 1.
Yeah.
So it's like what they did with Destiny 2 almost, where the story is just a continuation, but it's better. It feels better.
I did prefer Destiny 2 to Destiny 1. It's a much nicer game.
I think story-wise, Destiny 2 was a little bit weaker because of the lore and stuff, but in terms of gameplay and raids and everything else, Destiny 2 was far superior.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's probably what's going to be happening with Div 2. I'll probably sink a fair few hours into it, for sure.
Fair enough. Molly, what about you?
Division 2.
Anything
GDS
else?
6.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for listening to OzCast, and please jump on to OzRust.com, donate, subscribe, and all the rest of that bullshit. Make McPhee lots of money so we can have a decent service. Ta-ta, we love you all. Bye-bye.
Well, that's the OzCast done for another week. We hope to see you on our OzRust servers on Rust. For more information, visit www.ozrust.com.